Good morning. I hope you're having a good start to your day. We're just getting started here. Today is pottery day for me, which is one of my favorite days. I've been taking a pottery class at our local art museum. It has a education wing of their museum, which is amazing. We are very lucky to have that here in our city. But it's been a long class and a long journey, and we started in September, and now our last class is today. We meet every week, and then there's open studios during the week, so it's really like you have a lot of time, you have a lot of resources, because it is a journey, and I'm finding that out. Pottery's very different from knitting, and you have to let go and let be, and if things don't work out, you have to toss it. And it's definitely an exercise in letting go and, embracing mistakes. But it's been so much fun and I really enjoy it. And I've been taking it with some friends. And so it's been an experience that we've kind of shared together, which has been really cool. And we're all going to take the next session starting in January. Also, one of my really good friends is the teacher. So you can't get much better than that. And she's amazing. So to learn from your friend who's super talented, and then learn with some of your friends alongside everybody, and we're all, messing up together and, having little successes together. We all cheer each other on, and it's so much fun. So today's pottery day. I'm getting Bowie ready for school. We have a little extra time today, which is great. I love that. And I'm wearing my new pottery overalls. I got these at Rhinebeck. There's this lady, I think it's Green, I'm gonna have to look it up, Green County Wool, something like that. She has a booth. I saw her last year, and she has like these work pants that are painted and some overalls, and she distresses them. I don't know if you can tell, but these are all bleached. My son is messing them up. They're bleached in cool spots and kind of distressed and very cool looking. They're way too big, and so I had to cut off the bottoms, but I love them so much, I do not care. I look like 500 sizes bigger in these, but they're so comfortable and I do not care. And they're just perfect for pottery because I can mess them up. I can get clay everywhere and I don't care. I can wear them a few times and then wash them. So this is like my pottery uniform for pottery day. And yeah, so these last couple of classes, the last class we're having a potluck, like a little treat thing. We're bringing treats, which is really fun. And then we're kind of like finishing everything that we can. So there is no more throwing anything. Just we're gonna throw everything in glaze, leave it there, put it on our shelves, and then they're gonna, I think, email us when everything's ready to pick up at the end. So there's still a lot of things I've made that I have not seen yet, which is so weird. It's like so many different stages, and you see how much time goes into these things, just like knitting. And you really appreciate it more when you see a potter's work, on Instagram or out at a craft fair. Now I see how much really goes into this and how much skill and how much practice and how many things you've thrown away that totally sucked. So it's been so much fun. So I'm excited for the last of our pottery days to kind of get it wrapped up and take a little break over the holidays and then start again in January. And I think this next session, we're really going to get into each of our, unique styles and things we want to make. This first one for me was very experimental, and I just kind of tried everything. Like I tried making some really ugly mugs and a bunch of spoon rests, and I made a couple of yarn bowls that may or may not be successful. They looked really good until the last class. And then I think I messed up my glaze on one of them. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be great. But yeah, there's so many steps that each thing kind of builds on the next thing. So if it kind of sucks here and then something else happens that kind of sucks, you might just be out of luck. Or sometimes it turns out to be happy accidents. And that's why she always reminds us to write down everything we do along the way, because you might have something that was accidental that turns out really cool. And so yeah, it's all so experimental and so much fun. And then the next phase, I think I'm going to be more of a planner about, what I make and think about it a little bit more. Like now I've just been going crazy. Like, what can I make? What can I make? what could this be? I'll try all the glazes and see which ones look good in reduction or not, or, you know, there's all the different firings too. Luckily they fire everything for us, which is great. We don't have to do like the hard stuff. We just put them on different shelves and let it go. But yeah, so I'm excited for this. It's kind of sad, this last class, you know, some of these people might not come back, but some of them will. So I'm sure I'll see my little crew again in January. And it's so fun that we're having a little potluck mini party on our last day. So yeah, better get going, get Bowie off to school, make his lunch, and then head out. So Bowie's off to school, which means it's time for my pottery class. And I just had to show you the amazing buildings where I get to go. This is the Des Moines Art Center, and it's a modern and contemporary art museum here in Des Moines, Iowa. And it has an extensive collection of paintings, sculptures, modern art, and mixed media. It was established in 1948 in Des Moines, and the architects for the building were Richard Meyer, Eli Saarinen, and I.M. Pei. This is the little route I take each time I go to class, and it's so fun. They also have art classes down here for children, and for a while they had something called Art Spectrums, and it was a class just for kids with autism who are on the spectrum and their siblings. They discontinued it, but I'm hoping they will bring it back because I used to take Bowie every few Saturdays to do some art here, and we made some really neat things. And they had even a little art show for the Art Spectrum kids. So lots of cool opportunities here in this building. Just around the corner, and here is my awesome class. I have lots of friends in this class, and the teacher is also a friend of mine, and we just have an absolute blast making things every week in this awesome space. Here is my wheel and some in-progress pieces. I think I have a spoon rest going here. I have to do some trimming today, so we're kind of finishing up our things, and I'm going to be glazing a bunch of stuff. And this is kind of it, wrapping it up, and then we will be done. some of my friends from class. It's been awesome spending each Monday morning together for the past few months and getting to know each other better through all of our personal pottery fails and victories. This class has been such a good thing for me, and I'm a little bit sad it's ending, but I'll be going back soon. That's it for pottery. Back home, and it's time to make lunch and some coffee. We have a family of deer that sometimes live in our backyard. They're kind of always there. So just thought I'd kind of peek out and look at them today. There they go over the fence. I think those two are siblings, and that might be the mom. I can't really tell. Time for my kids to come home and snuggle up on the couch. It's a snuggle day for sure. It's cold.
Eats the leaf, then the little bird eats the little one, and then the big bird eats the little one, and the big bird then dies, thus remain decomposing into rich dino soil, and from that soil a new plant grows to life, and then the caterpillar eats the plant again, and all the circle of life continues.
Wow.
That's why we call it the food chain.
That is really good.
And Hans says, "Yo, Princess Bubblegum, do birds play football?" And Princess Bubblegum said, "No, they don't." and Hans says, "Ugh, that's weak, dude."
Wow. Bowie, that was so good.
Yeah.
You know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, about Adventure Time, about the small bird and the big bird, and it dies by a bacteria.
This is all true.
But bacterias are worms. Worms are bacterias.
Uh-huh. It helps the bird body decompose.
Yeah.
True.
Decompose.
Decompose.
That's why are big birds real?
Big birds are real, yep. Hawks, falcons, vultures, eagles, and then there's little birds too.
And big birds?
Mm-hmm.
In real life?
In real life, yep. There's some that are predators.
But seagulls dies?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it lives during the bridge by our skate park.
They do live there. That is where the seagulls live, by the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the changing point on planet Earth, that wasn't only the reason why big birds don't die.
Uh-huh.
That's why big birds are the most giantest things that can eat littles.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Yeah, because the big birds are the largest, so they're not as big as dinosaurs. They just small, like they're big as this.
Yeah, that's true.
But even bigger than other birds. But what happens if you fed a worm on the big bird? It would just have bacteria, and it's going to die in the ground, making it making it die, so it won't just go. So when it is upside down in its back.
Oh gosh. Right.
The end.
The caterpillar eats the leaf. Then the bird eats the caterpillar. Then the big bird eats the little bird. The big bird then dies and its remains decompose into rich, fertile soil. And from that soil, a new plant bursts to life. And then the caterpillar eats the plant again. And so the circle of life continues. This is a law of nature we call the food chain. Isn't that fascinating? Yo, Princess Bubblegum, do birds play football? No, Terry, they don't. That's weak, ma'am. You guys.
Peppa and George are going pooping.
That is not totally inappropriate, but it makes him laugh. Time to go see what Lotus is doing.
Sweet tooth for you, my dream in space. It's filled with scribbles toward the page. Decipher them with colored paint. Repair the stitches in my veins. Sweet tooth for you, my honeydew. I'll see you in my garden soon. Beneath the skin, it's cardiac, the safety pin. I like you, say it back.
That pretty much wraps up our day. Now it's time to snuggle on the couch, wind down before bed, and watch a show. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy holidays. Happy Vlogmas. Good night.